Assalamualaikum and very good day. I'm Dr. Hidayah from the School of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University Technology, Malaysia. First, I would like to welcome everyone to my lecture video. This video is for online learning for the course of Highway Engineering. In this video, I will discuss on road construction. As you know, the topic is quite massive, so my lecture will be divided into few parts, including calculation. I hope this video will benefit you and others. In this part, we will focus on elements of road survey and also works involved in site clearing and earthwork. Those who are my student of Highway Engineering class, you can refer to your notes in chapter 3. Okay, let's start with the road survey. Basically, road survey is conducted during the planning stages to assist the engineer in mapping the possible routes. The goal normally is to determine the best route and to ensure the progress and the highway itself located precisely where it should be. It involves measurements such as angle, distance, and height, which later will be used to produce maps and other related drawings. There are different types of drawing available for the roadworks. Basically, there are 3 basic drawings. The first one is the longitudinal section. Let's see the link here. Okay, here is the example of plan view and longitudinal section of the proposed road. From here, we can see exactly where the location, the length, and the level of the road. And now, this is the detailed longitudinal sections which highlight the existing level, proposed level, and gradient. And from here, we can identify the potential cutting and filling area. And then we have a cross-section drawing where this type of drawing is numbered according to chainage in large scale. So let's see what we have here. Okay, this figure shows the detailed cross-section of the proposed road. This is for the filling area and this is for the cutting area. As you can see here, there's a lot of information provided in the drawing, such as the road layers, which include the subbase, road base, binder costs, and wearing costs. Other details provided in here are the thickness, distance, and also the types of materials to be used for the road layers. Okay, next one is the example of the detailed drawing with measurements for the roadside, including curb and drainage. Okay, finally, the detailed drawing that shows all the detailed features such as for culvert, pipe, and retaining wall. So this is an example of figures shows detailed drawing provided for the retaining wall of a gabion. As we can see, every single measurement is provided in the drawing, such as the height, the width, and detailed materials used. Okay, there are various stages of the road survey. Here I've listed 4 major stages. The first one refers to the depth study of area, which cover the study of the road location using all the information that could be in the form of maps and aerial photograph of the proposed area. Okay, let's see the example. Okay, this figure shows the aerial photo taken of the proposed motorways and ramps. This is very helpful, especially in getting the bigger picture of the area under consideration. Okay, next we have the reconnaissance survey, where this stage is very important to identify several routes between the 2 endpoints. At this stage, additional details are taken into consideration, such as the terrain and soil condition, industrial and population areas, and also the existing transportation facilities. At the end of the survey, a few possible routes will be identified for the next stage. Okay, the third stage involves the preliminary survey of the feasible alignments, where each route will be plotted and compared. A number of features such as cost, safety, design capacity, and possible adverse impact will also be examined for the selection of the best route. And finally, after the exact location has been selected, the location survey and site setting out are conducted for the final horizontal and vertical alignment. Let's see what we have for the location and site setting out. Okay, these are some photos of the site survey conducted on the selected route. Okay, another photos, and I believe that you are familiar with the tools used for the survey works as you have learned it before. After the final location has been selected, next we have a look on the site clearing works. For site clearing, it depends on the surrounding of the selected location, whether it's in rural or urban area. For the rural area, the site clearing involves three major processes. It's the clearing process, grubbing, and stripping of the topsoil. The clearing involves the removing of materials above the ground level. Let's have a look on the photos related. This one is about the trees cutting process. It's involved the use of suitable machineries for the clearing works. Then, like this one, excavator is used to clear the area. And this one. So the selection of the machineries basically depends on the soil type, accessibility of the location, and also the scale of the project. Next is the grubbing process, which involves the removal of surface vegetation and underground parts at least 0.5 meter below the ground level. Let's have a look on some photos related. Okay, the photos show the activity of grubbing, which involves the removal of stumps and roots. And finally, the last process involves the stripping of topsoil at the average of 0.1 meter below the ground level. So what we have here the excavator and trucks are used to remove the topsoil from the site. Here's another photo. We can see the area is cleared and flattened, and the topsoil is removed outside the area. Okay, that's what they do for the rural area. So how's everything is done in the developed area? Of course, it's much more complicated and usually takes longer time and involve higher costs. And I do believe you have experienced by yourself while traveling on the road, which under construction or maintenance. Before the construction start, a few clearing works need to be arranged. So first is the relocation works of the utilities, such as the pipes and cables, and also structures such as buildings and pavement, where the detailed location and movement should be properly identified to avoid service disruption to the current users. Another challenging issue is to minimize the traffic disruption by providing detour or alternative route with proper signage to ensure the safety of traffic flow during construction. There are some cases where the traffic control may also be required to improve the safety of the road user. Okay, let's see what we have here. These photos show the developed area where the road construction takes place. It can be seen that the pipe is discovered after the excavation. And then here, the removal of the lamppost and also relocation of the electric cable for the widening project. This shows the road construction within the developed area, and then the provision of proper work signage and also the temporary road for the traffic diversion. Next, here we can see the placement of the safety features such as traffic cone to separate between the existing traffic flow along the road and the lane under construction or maintenance. The traffic controller is also provided for the existing traffic, which is very important, especially to ensure the safety of the road user. Next, after the clearing work is done, the earthwork will take place for preparing the formation level of subgrade of the roadway. The excavation involves the process of removing earth from the cut area and transport them to the fill area. The unsuitable materials such as silt, peat and stump are disposed and may be necessary to replace the soil with satisfactory material. The specification of unsuitable material can be referred as liquid limit of more than 80% and plasticity index of more than 55%, and also the susceptible to spontaneous combustion LOI or loss of ignition is specified of more than 2.5% according to Public Works Department specification or JKR specification. And then any hard material such as rock need to be blasted. Okay, let's have a look on some photos. This is the formation of the subgrade after compaction. As we can see here, the subgrade surface is nicely compacted. Normal excavation activities, the surplus is removed from the site area. And then this is the process of removing unsuitable materials and place with suitable materials. And then this is the blasting work within the site area, which is involved the use of high explosive such as dynamite. In order to determine the amount of cut and fill of any particular location, the Masshole Diagram can be used. It is a simple diagram represent the earthworks. The excavation refers to the lower level and backfill refers to the higher level. Let's see what we have here. Okay, these photos shows to us the activities within the cut area. As you can see here, this is the original level before the cutting process. And then this is the filling area where the proposed level higher than the existing level. Okay, this is example of a Masshole diagram which shows the cutting and filling area. This is the filling area where the formation level is higher than the existing level. And then this is the cutting area where the formation level lower than the existing level. Several tests also need to be conducted on soil to identify the unsuitable materials and to decide whether the soil needs treatment or should be removed and replaced with suitable materials. Normally, for large discovered area of unsuitable materials, any suitable treatment is proposed, such as soil stabilization, as this will speed up the process with lower cost than the process of removal and replace. Next, another important features in road construction is the provision of temporary water course to ensure that the earthworks free from the water. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, this one, the photos shows to us a temporary water course within the construction area. It should be noted that it is important to ensure the site area is free from water. And then the temporary water course also includes the bridge and culverts. Next, for the preparation of the subgrade formation, two major processes involved in ground improvement, which are consolidation and compaction. So both are responsible for the reduction in the volume of soil due to compressibility characteristic. Okay, first let's have a look on the consolidation. So this is a process to increase the unit weight of soil by reducing the water content of saturated soil using static pressure, which plays a significant role in soil stability. Let's have a look on the link. Okay, these photos show to us the preparation of a vertical drain on site to reduce the water table. Fine-grained soil such as clays and silt are usually saturated. So settlement can only occur if the excess water is expelled through the voids. This is how the vertical drain looks like. It consists of a flat core wrapped in a geotechnical fabric, which is allow the water to drain up and increase the rate of consolidation. So that is our aim. So the vertical drain is installed by pushing a hollow steel that contains the drain material at the required depth in a grid pattern. As you can see here, it's in a grid pattern. Another option for the consolidation is to provide piezometer to monitor the underground water and also surcharge. Okay, next we have compaction, which is involve the use of mechanical pressure to compress the soil mass, or in other words, the soil is densified by reducing the air voids at the required density. So for the cut area of top 0.3 meter is scarified and recompacted to the required density, and if the natural state of the soil has a density exceeding the requirement, the surface needs to be trimmed and rolled. So let's have a look on compaction. So this photo shows the roller used for site compaction. Right. Next, there are various types of compactor available for the compaction works, which depends on the function, materials used, and of course location. First, we have the smooth wheel or steel wheel, and also called tandem roller, which is used for granular and asphalt materials. Okay, this is the tandem roller. This one used for granular material, and this one used to compact asphalt material. And then steel wheel roller with single wheel, which is normally used to compact granular material or soil. Then we have the vibratory roller that is important, especially to rearrange the soil grains through vibration. Also, pneumatic tired roller consists of rubber tired wheel to compact asphalt material. Okay, as you can see here, this type of roller will apply more pressure to accelerate the compaction level due to the less contact area between the rubber tire and the road surface. So that's why here you can see the roller has multiple small tires. So when you have a small tires, there will be a small contact area between the tires and also the road surface. Therefore, this roller will apply more pressure to compact the road layer. And the last one is the shape foot roller for the soil compaction. Normally, It suits for the compaction of clay-type soil and silt. Okay, these photos shows the roller penetrate the soil and compact from the bottom to the top of soil layer. Okay, that's the end of part 1 for the topic of road construction. That's all for now. Thank you very much for listening and see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum.